My friends, let's do a love reading. I just want to talk about something before I begin this reading, which is I am going away for the weekend and I filmed some readings ahead of time for the weekend for you guys. But I also have like a flood of new people on my page right now. And I've been picking up different collectives, collectives that I've never channeled before. So if you are someone who regularly resonates with my readings, just keep in mind that little bit of a trigger warning. I'm posting two specific readings in the upcoming days that you may not resonate with at all. And I don't want you to take it like personally or feel like, don't take a reading if you're not resonating with it. Don't feel like I'm talking to you. Again, they were some very different energies that I was picking up on, which makes sense because I seem to be attracting some different collectives right now with maybe messages they need to hear. Maybe they don't want to hear them, but they need to hear them. So just keep that in mind. If there's nothing there for you in those messages this weekend, I understand. But anyway, let's get into this reading, and you'll know if you're resonating. I have 2 decks that I felt called to get for you before we get to tarot, and you know by now that your inner knowing will tell you if it's your reading or not, and if it's not resonating, then it's not your reading. But I just felt like I had to talk about that because, again, I picked up on 2 very different collectives that I have never tapped into before. And anyway, you'll see what I mean when those readings come out, I guess. So I'm also having plumbing issues again. So my heat is off right now, so I'm absolutely freezing. So maybe things are cold between you and your person right now. I don't know. But let's get into it. I'm using the truth. The truth is. So let's see what the truth of this situation is, and then we'll see what's coming. We have fear of loss. So this connection could have triggered a fear of loss within you. Maybe, and I hate to say this, but maybe you needed to lose this person, or this person needed to lose you to trigger that fear of loss so it could finally be healed out so that it doesn't, keep you or this person stuck anymore. Also, fear of loss can make somebody sabotage a connection, even if they're doing it, like sabotaging it subconsciously. So if, for example, if this person felt very connected to you or very attached to you, they could have pushed you away because they had a fear of losing you. Fear of loss, it could be that this person has a fear of loss that kept them from opening their heart to love. We have letting go, releasing relationship to focus on self. So you could have recently released this so that you could focus on yourself. Maybe this person needed to focus on themselves for a while. Interesting. This just flew off the top. Truth seeking. You will discover the truth about this situation soon. So this is saying, and I'm going to keep this card because it flew off. It feels like you're gonna realize or figure out some sort of truth about this situation very soon. So maybe you're going to hear from this person soon, but let's see what else comes out. One more shuffle. We have different pages, so different perspectives. So it feels like you and this person weren't on the same page, and maybe you needed to release it to focus on yourself and to do some work on yourself. And like I said, maybe this person needed to work on themselves as well. All right, I'm going to cut the deck. We have this relationship is frowned upon by many. So there could be a lot of outside opinions about this connection. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but usually counterpart connections, there's a lot of outside opinions about counterpart connections. April 24th could be symbolic. I just saw that on my timer. So it's funny that I chose the truth is. What is the truth of this situation? And I almost said separation. There goes the focus again. Is anybody else having difficult? Today is a good day to be happy. That's your affirmation. So focus on the things that make you happy today. But is anybody else having difficulty with stuff during Mercury in retrograde? Like not just communication, but, appliances, leaks in my house. My treadmill stopped working. My treadmill's acting funny this morning. Other things were not working. Anyway, I'm feeling it. So let's, again, you could be seeking the truth of this situation, and this is saying you will discover the truth about this situation soon. So something is going to come to light very soon. So let's see what you need to hear, my friend. We have insecure. Insecurities may have been affecting your relationship, and that goes both ways. Insecurity on both sides. So this could have, you could have showed up in this connection. It feels like you were on different pages, and it feels like maybe because of your insecurity, you showed up in this situation a certain way. Because of this person's insecurity and fear of loss, they could have showed up. That insecurity, it can make us be, like, I'm thinking of that little black deck that I love to use so much, which talks about not enough, frustrated in a relationship due to lack of self-esteem. It also talks about fear and ego issues. So if this person had insecurities, they could have shown up in a very, like, fear and ego-based type of energy, which could have triggered your insecurities. Oh my, what are you? We have letting go, releasing, to focus on oneself. So think about it. If this person triggered your insecurities, maybe someone needed to release this connection so that you could focus on yourself and your own self-love. And I was talking in a reading, one of those triggering readings. I'll just tell you what it was about. It was about a distorted feminine counterpart who was not seeing the lesson. And again, if I watched a reading like that a few years ago, and it really triggered me when I watched it from my favorite reader. Look, Phoenix energy. Oh my goodness. That just started. Look at it. But if I had watched that, like, I watched a reading like that by my favorite reader a few years ago, and it triggered me because I was very much in that ego mindset of, it's all their fault. It's not me. I'm not the problem. But I was saying in that reading, if you are releasing this relationship to focus on yourself, I just wanted to let you know that those soul tribe readings I post, they're not love related. They're self-related. They're supposed to be for the viewer. And I always get like an oracle deck for messages for you, for your soul. And we do talk about self-love and we talk about self. And I'm also reading this amazing book to my soul tribe. So you might want to check that out if you have released this and you're focusing on yourself. But my point is that if this person, like the lesson they could have, look at this. You can't even see the blotches now. I'm so red. Hopefully it doesn't spread to my face and my eyeballs like it usually does. No, it's spreading. But it could have been that this person was meant to teach you a very important karmic lesson. Like maybe you're someone who's struggled with your insecurity your entire life, or feeling like it's freezing in here and I feel like I'm on fire right now. But maybe this was the connection to help you heal that once and for all so that you could learn how to love yourself. And same with this person. I believe there's a lesson. Everyone is a lesson, no matter who they are, even that contractor. Yeah, different pages. So it feels like you and your person were on different pages. You weren't like clashing perspectives. And there needed to be a release here so that you could both focus on self. And I'm hearing before you came back together. On the bottom, we have victorious. You will overcome any problems in this connection, even though your ego mind might tell you, that's a good idea, Spirit. I'm going to get this deck. Even though your ego mind might be telling you otherwise right now, my camera's just like... So again, victorious. You will overcome. Your name could be Victoria. You will overcome any problems within this connection. So look at the two of you. You will overcome this. That's the truth, is what I'm hearing. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. No, I'm just kidding. I just heard that in my head. And maybe this connection was meant to teach you both some hard truths and some lessons that you needed to learn from. If you've never watched me before, whenever I feel Phoenix energy, that's what happens. And that can be very symbolic of like learning karmic lessons and healing generational trauma and things like that. Or maybe you're just going through menopause. I don't know. Maybe I'm just picking up on your hot flash. But let's keep going. We have situationship, no commitment, just wanting to have fun. And I'm thinking of that different pages. So you could have wanted something. I don't think you were the one that didn't want commitment, although maybe, I don't know. But I feel like you wanted commitment and your person didn't. Different perspectives, not on the same page, and you had to release to focus on yourself. Yeah, break, see? Break. And whenever this card comes out, I say, you could like some coffee with your cream. Look at that coffee. So you could be somebody who drinks coffee with like mostly cream in it or mostly milk. Break time apart will be beneficial to this connection. And it can be hard to let go. But it looks like you needed to let go so that you could blossom into this butterfly. Same with your person. So yeah, something was unstable here. And we have separation again. So there were problems in this connection, preventing it from being stable. I won't keep repeating myself. The things that I've already said. Insecurity. No, I'm repeating myself. Insecurity, not being on the same page, somebody wanting commitment and something stable, the other person not wanting that or not being ready for that. And my nose is running, so you could be dealing with a runner. Now, I just need a Kleenex, hang on. 222 as I paused that. And 222 is about balance. So maybe there was something off balance. I almost said off kilter. We have family. Oh my goodness. Listen. Family issues. Family creating issues within this connection. So that could be so many things. Let me explain. We have a cycle that was playing out. So cycles like ancestral cycles or generational cycles. Remember I mentioned Phoenix energy, burning generational trauma and breaking cycles. That's what happened to me when I first started breaking cycles. I started getting hot flashes and I thought I was going into like early menopause, but I wasn't. This family creating issues within this connection, it could be family opinions. It could have been family responsibilities. Maybe one of you was a parent and had a lot of responsibilities. It could have been generational cycles where whatever your parents did to the both of you, however they didn't meet your needs as children, affected this connection and how you showed up in this connection. We also have addiction, attachments, so unhealthy attachments or codependency or addiction to unhealthy substances. Let's get a few more. Let's get a few more. What is the truth of this situation? We have distance, physical or emotional distance. And then we have destined. This relationship is meant to be. Now I'm hearing Jack and Sally. We're simply meant to be. Anyway, so it looks like physical or emotional distance was hurting this connection. There could have been a distance, like a physical distance between you, or an emotional distance, again, not on the same page. But again, destined, this relationship is meant to be. We saw it, the successful outcome. So trust in this separation. If you needed or were guided to let go of this connection, there was a reason. If this person let go of this connection, there was a reason. And on the bottom, we have forgiveness. Forgiving will benefit this relationship. So that's kind of what that reading I did this morning, which I'll post probably tomorrow, was about. It was about someone who is holding on to a lot of resentment towards their person, and that can block a connection. And I always say forgiveness, I'm not going to go into it here because I already went into it in that very long reading. But resentment and blaming the other person can create blockages within this connection, and that goes both ways. And forgiveness is not about, it's not about what the other person did was okay. It's not about putting up with bad behavior. Forgiveness is not about the other person. Forgiveness is about you. And by not forgiving, it just weighs you down, and it builds walls around your heart. It, you know, again, forgiveness is not about the other person, it's about you. And if you are holding on to like heavy resentments, that can block a connection. And I trigger people when I say that, but it's true. There's this, it could also be forgiving your parents. Like for a long time, I didn't forgive my parents. I had a lot of resentment towards my parents. And again, it kept me weighed down. It kept me weighed down with baggage. It kept walls around me. So yeah, there could be the need for forgiveness in some sense here. And I was talking about it in that reading, about how sometimes someone can energetically feel if you're resentful towards them and you're blocked off and you're not forgiving. And sometimes by forgiving them and releasing it and letting it go, I'm not just let it go. That's not what I'm saying. Forgiveness is not easy. But sometimes when you forgive and you release, the energetic walls come down, and then all of a sudden this person is messaging you apologizing. I've had it happen where I've held on to resentment, and then once I release that resentment, all of a sudden, maybe it takes a little while, but I get a message from them that they're sorry. So keep that in mind, forgiveness. Let's keep going. All right. Yeah, we have this soul energy on the bottom. We have unstable. So something was unstable in this connection. And look at this, ashamed, embarrassed about past behaviors. And I think this could be them. Maybe it's you. Maybe you have some embarrassment. Like if this person triggered your insecurity, it could have caused you to act in like very insecure, desperate ways. And I'm not saying desperate as in you're a desperate person or you were acting like a desperate person. That's not what I mean. But sometimes when we're feeling insecure, we do act in like, I'm talking about like in desperate ways, like trying to hold on to the connection. Or maybe this person like triggered your insecurity and you acted in a way that you don't even recognize in yourself. It triggered you, and maybe there are things that you're ashamed of, that ways that you behaved in this connection. Maybe this forgiveness is about forgiving yourself. But I heard right away this could be about your person feeling ashamed about their past actions. And again, just going back to that forgiveness thing and how energy works, if you were holding on to resentment and they're over here super ashamed of their past actions and there's that energetic wall between you, what happens energetically is as you forgive them and release that resentment, these hands start to come down and they realize they need to apologize for these past actions that they're ashamed of. We have accepting less than you deserve. It's in reverse, but you could have been accepting less than you deserved. Maybe you're ashamed of that. Maybe you're ashamed, embarrassed that you settled, or not settled, but you put up with less than you deserved for so long. Like, let's say this person did just want a situationship or, something without strings attached, and you really wanted commitment and stability, but because you were insecure, you held on. And maybe you are, one thing that I've learned is it's partly our responsibility if we keep putting up with less than we deserve. It's partly our responsibility for that because we're allowing that, right? So maybe you're ashamed of yourself for accepting less than you deserved for so long. I just heard wasting your time, but I don't think you should think about it as wasting your time. Because again, everything is a lesson. And sometimes, like my favorite reader says, we have to burn to learn, the karma. Sometimes we have to keep putting our hand in that fire before we learn our lesson. And now we have the future, becoming clear about your vision of the future. So you know what you want, which I think is stability. And I feel like your person is becoming clear about what they want. Remember, the truth of this situation is going to become clear to you very soon. Maybe somewhat in this reading, but I think that this person is going to, yeah, soulmate. I feel like this person, well, let's just see what else comes out. But the truth is going to be, I want to say clarified, but that's not the right word. You're going to be enlightened with the truth soon. I can't get over my camera. One more. Oh dear. So remember how I said I was just wasting my time and maybe you're ashamed of how much time you wasted? That's what came out. Wasting time. So you could have felt like, why did I waste so much time trying to connect with someone who didn't have, like, again, why did I put up with less than I deserved for so long? And you should forgive yourself for that. Because, why? Because you loved them and you believed in a future and you wanted it to work. Don't beat yourself up over that. Forgive yourself. And this also talks about the one you love is afraid of commitment. So again, I feel like you were dealing with someone who was afraid of commitment. That says 4/11 on it. So April 11th could be very symbolic, and that's coming up. Or if you look at that, like the technical time on that clock would be 3:55. All right, I'm going to get just two more and then I'm going to switch to a different deck. 1, 2. Apprehensive, uncertainty about the future of this connection. So you could be feeling very apprehensive right now. And soulmate, you're connected to a soulmate, a soul tie, soul bond, soul contract. So it was meant to teach you something. So please forgive yourself for whatever lesson you were meant to learn here that maybe you weren't seeing at first. Again, the truth of this situation is going to come. So a break was needed for this connection. There's still a successful outcome here, remember that, and soon you'll see the truth of that. So let's get this other deck to confirm. I'm just going to cut the deck first. We have resisting change right now. Runner, didn't I say it? Didn't I say it? You were dealing with a runner who was resisting change. And maybe you needed to put up boundaries with this person. All right, we have good luck. Good things are manifesting. Blessed connection. That other card said that you will overcome these obstacles. Blessed connection, fortune, lucky break. It's interesting that it says lucky break, as in like, typically I would think you're about to get your lucky break. Lucky charms could be symbolic, but I'm also hearing that a break was needed, and that a lucky break, like it was meant to, this connection is blessed. This break was meant to teach the both of you something before coming back together is what I'm hearing. Sunglasses, the eyes are set on the prize. Stalking, watching, looking, perception. Interesting. Somebody's noticing you. So this person, future focus, remember? Future focus. April 21st could be symbolic. We have cut out. It's best to part ways in order to heal. Lucky break. One more shuffle, please, Spirit. We have travel, so there could be distance between you. It also talks about a romantic getaway together. So you and this person in the future could be taking a trip together, or you could be taking a trip to see each other, or they're taking a trip to see you, is what I'm hearing. So let's cut the deck. We have message, like first card after the cut. Message. You're going to get your truth soon. You're going to get your clarity soon. They have something to say, wants to talk, wants to be on speaking terms, information, text, call, expression, communication. And this is very interesting because I keep hearing like society will make us believe that if it ended for a reason. And society will make us believe that, there's something wrong with being alone or being single. I mean, if you think about it, think about how much pressure is put on us as humans, like to find our person. Why aren't you married yet? Why haven't you found the one yet? Why haven't you had children yet? Why? And we have heartbreak. Pain is essential for growth. If we were all just sitting around all happy ducks all the time, we wouldn't be learning and growing. Again, pain is essential for growth. I'm slurring my words a little. So somebody here could have some sort of addiction, because whenever I slur my words, as a recovering alcoholic, whenever I slur my words, I get that energy. Painful ending, breakup, suffering, grieving, depression, unable to move on. So somebody here that you are in separation with has been unable to move on from you, just like you've been unable to move on from them, I think. All right. So let's see what comes out of this deck, and then I'll get tarot. And then I'm going to get those cards. So what does this collective need to know? Support. Bullseye. Connecting. This person wants to connect with you. Support. Will overcome issues at hand, just like that other card. You will overcome these obstacles. Support is coming. Help is on the way, dearie. You have the help of your guides too, your spirit team, the universe. The universe is looking out for you, helping each other, rescue, give, favor, lending a hand. So you and this person will help each other overcome these obstacles. We have baby steps, so take things slowly. Wants to take things slow. And again, the only reason I can talk about it is because I've been through it. But a lot of people, when they hear that, their ego is like, but I don't want to take things slow. Things need to move quick. Why? Take baby steps. Slow progress, little wins, small advances, starting small, no hurry. So it feels like this person is going to communicate with you that they're going to express something to you here. The truth of the situation will be revealed. You'll be able to see why it all happened. And take things slowly. Don't rush it, Take things slow. There's no benefit from rushing. If you go from 0 to 100, like instantly, there's nowhere to go but down from there. So build up slowly. And I just heard there's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. So take things slowly. We have music. So you could have a special connection with music, or one of you could be a musician, or maybe this person inspired you. Maybe you work with music and now you're creating music. Think about all those musicians who write those songs about pain and heartbreak. Do you think they just pulled those out of their butts? It comes from experience. So in some way, the person who hurt them inspired them to write that beautiful song that then helps, millions of people. Anyway, harmonious blend, high vibrations. So baby steps, take it slow, high vibrations. And we have bullseye. Nothing will get in the way. Focus, no distractions set on you, goals, no games, serious intentions not giving you up. Let's get a few more. September 19th or 22nd could be symbolic. I'm seeing all kinds of numbers right now. Let's see. We have cassette. Will take time to grow. Will take time. Baby steps. Outdated beliefs. I talked about that in this reading. I talk about it in all my readings, but that Reiki man is on my screen again, talking about how you're about to experience a timeline shift. But think about it. Outdated beliefs. We're all programmed with that. It's in the media. It's in media. It's on social media. Outdated beliefs, programming. It also talks about replaying events over and over. So I feel like this person replaying events. You want to if you have children, it's really funny when you talk to them about old types of media. I asked my kid the other day, because I was like, do you know what a cassette tape is? And he's always like, yeah, I know. I'm like, okay, explain it to me. What's a cassette tape? And the way he described it was so funny. It's like a box. Anyway, I thought more came out. I thought another one flipped out. Let me check. Fireworks. Celebrations. Sometimes I see the fireworks on the Four of Wands or the Ten of Cups. Love at first sight, taking off, instant connection, blown away, intense feelings, soul recognition. So maybe at the start of this, there was that instant soul recognition and things took off 0 to 100. And then it triggered all these unhealed wounds within both of you. A few more and then we'll get tarot. Let me see. We have manifesting. So remember, if you're manifesting this, positive manifestation, we've got ghosting in reverse. So someone who went quiet on you is now ready to speak. But you manifest what you put out. So if you are sending out this negative energy of they'll never change, they'll never talk to me, they'll never communicate, they don't love me, that's what you're calling in. All right? Coming in very soon, manifestation, coming in very soon. The wait is over. In the works, allowing, conscious thinking, dreams into reality, revelation. You're about to hear the truth. You're about to see the truth. And we have good luck. Good things are manifesting. Blessed connection. Joyful occasion. 2 more. And then I'm cutting myself off. 2 more. 2 more. Whoa. So this running came out again. So you're definitely dealing with a runner. We have creative. It pays to keep an open mind. So open your mind is what I'm hearing. Also, you could be creative or your person could be creative. They could have to get creative on how they contact you, for example. Another thing, do I want to talk about that? I don't know if I do. If you have this person blocked, and I'm not saying this to trigger you, and I'm not telling you what to do. Look, trigger. I'm not saying this to trigger you. And if you have a good reason to block this person, I understand, like if it was for your own safety, for your own mental health. But a lot of the times, and I'm guilty of it, when people are highly triggered, that's when they hit the block button. When they're feeling highly triggered, it comes from a highly triggered emotional state. And if you are manifesting this person to communicate with you and you have them blocked, because I heard maybe they'll have to get creative in how they communicate with you. That in itself is like putting up a wall and mixed messages to the universe, like watching readings about them reaching out. I want them to communicate, but I'm blocking them. So they'll have to get creative if they want to talk to me. They'll have to figure out a different way. And again, I don't want to trigger you, but it's almost like you're saying they're going to need to jump through some hoops. I can just feel that I'm triggering people right now. A challenging connection that was meant to push your buttons and meant to trigger you so that you could heal these triggers once and for all, so that no one else can push those buttons and trigger you. Because once you heal that wound, I always say triggers, it's not, oftentimes when we're triggered, we're like, it's your fault that you're triggering me. But really that person is just triggering an unhealed wound within you. That's all a trigger is. It's someone poking at an unhealed wound within you that already existed before they came. And yeah, lessons. It was meant to teach you lessons. And then we have hard work. The hard work will be rewarded. Sorry. Teamwork, dedication, fertility, sweet success, sweet indulgence, achieving the impossible. It is hard work, connections like this. That's all I channel, are these complicated soul contracts where lessons are meant to be learned. And there's supposed to be separation, and there's supposed to be growth. Your hard work will be rewarded. All right. I'm resisting the urge to apologize about triggering you, but I'm just going to fight it. My people-pleasing tendencies. So, we have the 9 of Needles on the bottom, anxiety, and we have the Hermit. We have 2 9s, see? A lot about self-reflection and self-growth. The 9 of, the 9 of Needles, the 9 of Swords. All right, let's see what you need to hear. We have the Queen of Needles, Queen of Swords. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the 5 of Needles, disagreement. I feel like this connection's like triggered some of both of your self-sabotaging tendencies. And again, maybe I always say self-sabotage can be as simple as we know something's not good for us, like accepting less than we deserve, but we continue to engage with it. That's a form of self-sabotage. This person could have had their own way of self-sabotaging in this connection. 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, self-sabotage. It's kind of, sometimes I see like a little porcupine or a hedgehog when I see the 5 of Swords, and it's these behaviors that we've developed to help keep ourselves safe, but really they sabotage us and they keep us from happiness and healing. We have the Queen of Wands, beautiful, glow up energy. All right, one more. Could be a fire sign. We have the 3 of Buttons, collaboration, working things out, getting on the same page. It's interesting to me that those look like, are those weasels? I can't even tell. Teamwork, collaboration, 3 of Buttons, 3 of Pentacles. All right. I just got this deck, and I used it for that very triggering reading this morning. All right, let's cut the deck and see what we have. We have the Star, hope, renewal, faith. Aquarius energy. So let's see. I just want to ask Spirit, what is the truth of this situation? What is the truth of this situation? And hang on. What is the truth of this situation? I need to focus when I shuffle. We have death. Endings bring new beginnings. This ending, Queen of Cups, this ending. I feel like this ending was a blessing in disguise. I feel like this ending was meant for both of you to transform and for you to go through this beautiful glow up. Maybe for some of you, there could have been third-party interference, whatever that third-party interference was. Maybe there was a karmic. If you know me as a reader, I don't really tap into that karmic energy because just the readers that I love never like dissect karmic situations. There are readers who do. Nothing wrong with that. It's just not something that I do. But there are readers who do that, so I'm sure you can find them if that's what you want. But it's almost just like, let that karmic lesson happen. You don't need to know what's going on there. That karmic is meant to teach them a lesson if there was a karmic. But sometimes when there's a karmic, it can make you feel insecure and you can internalize that. But we have endings bring change and transition. Scorpio energy. And I was going to say, I felt called to wear pink today, and pink has to do with unconditional love. But anyway. Whoops. Again, you're about to shift timelines. I'm seeing 4 of Needles, a break. A break was needed. Separation was needed. 4 of Needles brings clarity. Because listen, Ace of Swords, breakthrough moment, communication, like breakthrough moment. We feel that connection. 2 of Swords, things become stuck and stagnant. Maybe there's miscommunications. 3 of Swords, separation, pain. Pain brings healing, right? Remember that card. Then 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords brings the quiet we need for reflection and clarity. Then we start to realize in that quiet reflection about our own self-sabotaging tendencies. 5 of Swords. Then we move to the 6 of Swords. Transition. Anyway. 6 of Swords. I knew I said it for a reason. Overcoming challenges, overcoming past baggage. It says on this card, a rite of passage, overcoming past baggage, moving into calmer waters. So it feels like this connection was meant to help you move on from, like, overcome some baggage, your person too, that maybe, you know, was unhealed. And this connection, again, was meant to teach you both lessons. Queen of Cups. So, you know, you could have been a bit of an overgiver with the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups also talks about unconditional love. It's funny because I still feel that Phoenix energy, even though it's freezing in my room. Like, I almost got a blanket for this reading. It was so cold. All right. Queen of Cups talks about insecurity. 3 of Buttons, working things out. All right. Let's get one more for the truth of this connection. What is the truth of this connection? We have the Moon. So, again, it feels like this was a confusing connection. You could be a divine feminine, but it feels like this was a connection meant to trigger those shadows so that they could finally come to the light and be healed. So that you're not repeating the same cycles with different people. And again, the Moon, uncertainty about the future of this connection. And what else? We have the 2 of Swords on the bottom. So it feels like this was stuck and stagnant until there was shadow work done, until there was healing done. The Moon also talks about trusting your intuition. All right. So let's look at who this is. Who is this? Who is this? We've got the Sun, could be a divine masculine. We have the Sun and the Moon right here. We have the Empress on the bottom. The 10 of Cups. So you could have seen like this person being your 10 of Cups. But I feel like this person, we have divine feminine and divine masculine. And I feel like this person was meant to help you, you know, really learn how to love yourself and not need that from outside of yourself. So we have the Sun and the Moon here. So who is this? Could be a Leo. Someone you see as your happiness. Again, someone that you saw as your divine masculine, perhaps. Someone that was meant to help you heal. And we have conflict, 5 of Wands. So there was conflict between you. There was arguments. There was clashing perspectives. There was blockages. Confirmation. And again, the Empress, High Priestess. So it was like really this person was meant to activate you and activate your divine feminine energy is what it looks like and help you blossom into this butterfly. I feel like you do feel like this person holds the key to your heart. Look at this image. And this person, maybe, you know, you were unable to unlock the key to yourself through this separation. Let's see what energy your person is in right now. Show me your person's energy. We have the Lovers making a choice, divine love connection, the Tower. So they're having revelations right now. There's perhaps Tower moments, but they're having revelations right now. This also talks about fear of loss in reverse. It's not in reverse, but in the reverse, it says fear of loss. So it feels like this is someone who had a fear of loss, and maybe that's something that they're having a revelation about, that they're afraid of love, that they're afraid of losing love because maybe they lost love as a child or they were hurt in the past. Their current energy, they're at a crossroads about commitment and partnership with you. So very important, Gemini energy. I know it's in, like, I know you can't see it. I just wanted to show you the cards because they're pretty freaking cool in my opinion. What are you? We have, whoa, we have one of the bonus cards, the Beyond. The Beyond, higher being, belief. And it came out in the upright, the Soul. That is really interesting to me. So they definitely feel this soul bond with you. They're doing a lot of soul searching. They're having a lot of realizations. They could be awakening right now. The beyond, the soul. Interesting. The unknown, divine faith into the unknown. King of Wands on the bottom, and I saw the Queen of Wands. So this person, get it, like it feels like they're stepping into their power, which is lovely. Just like you're stepping into your power. That freaking camera is driving me nuts. I want to look at your energy. Let's look at your energy. The Hanged Man, letting go. Realizing. I don't even want to say that you're like, I know that you're letting go, but you're wanting action. I get it. You want action from this person, but look, you're standing in your strength, self-mastery, control, discipline. So even though you want to reach out, self-discipline, you're not chasing. You're focusing on your confidence. You're focusing on your self-worth. You're standing in your power, trusting your inner strength. And again, we have the Hanged Man, which talks about letting go, but it's a pause, right? Hanged Man, it's a pause in this connection. You're sacrificing time together because you know these lessons need to play out and this person needs to awaken. This is also new perspectives. So you could be having new perspectives about yourself, about this situation. I did mention Gemini. We also have Pisces and Leo here. But you're both coming out in, like, both of you, major arcanas. So you're making big changes. There's a lot happening here. Yeah, you want action. 8 of Buttons. You want commitment. You could be taking action towards your creative pursuits or a new business with this energy while you're in this Hanged Man energy. All right, let's see how your person is feeling about you. How do they feel about you? How are they feeling about you? The Fool, new beginnings. Yep, ready to take that leap of faith. Bullseye, temperance, patience, balance, inspiration. So you've been, look, you're King of Swords. They're going to bring in truth and clarity. You're about to get the truth, remember? You're going to... You can't handle the truth. No, I'm just kidding. I think you can handle the truth. Oh, what's underneath you? Interesting. That is so interesting. Hang on. I'll get to that in a minute for how they're feeling about you. But I feel like your transformation has been an inspiration to this person. I feel like they've watched you grow. For how they feel about you, new beginnings. Maybe for some of you, they feel like you're taking a leap of faith towards a new beginning without them. But I'm more so seeing this because of that card that's right there, that this is about how they feel about you. I do feel like this person knows that if they come in, they need to come in with balance. There's also an energy that they've been very patient about coming towards you because they know you want balance. And again, they want to take things slowly. Remember that. So they're feeling like they need to come in this very slow energy is what I'm hearing. But look at this. 5 of Needles in reverse. And I know you can't read backwards. Maybe you can. Maybe you're magical. You are magical. But it says reconciliation, remorse, compromise. For how they feel about you. What are you? We have the Tower, so that's their revelation, apparently. The Tower just fell off the top. The pin has dropped. All right. Let's look at their intentions. I wouldn't be surprised if the Knight of Pentacles comes out. Let's look at their intentions. We have the Ace of Matches, which is what you want. You want action. You want action. No, not Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. That's what I saw in your energy, that you want action. So this person, their intentions are to act on this opportunity and to, tell you that they do see potential here with you. And we have the Hermit. which is showing me that this person has had, again, like yesterday, light bulb moment. And it feels like their intentions here, after they do soul searching, which they're doing right now, is to take action and kind of reveal to you some of these things they've been soul searching. Self-discovery after alone time. And if you look at this little fish is out of the water. They're no longer in the dark. They're no longer in isolation. They're out of the water. Action. This camera is driving me nuts. I want to get one more for that, just to confirm. Just to confirm their intentions. We have the Page of Needles. Yeah, they want to communicate with you. That's interesting. That's a rooster. Anyway, this person wants to take the initiative to talk to you. They want to take the initiative to take action towards you and get on the same page as you. But seriously, Page of Swords. They want to start a conversation with you. And remember, Page of Swords, a page is small. So just keep that in mind, that this may be just a small message at first. But eventually, I feel like this person is going to, I didn't even see that there. I feel like this person is going to like reveal what they've been soul searching about. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which says hope. It talks about hope. And I know it doesn't say it on this card, but the Nine of Swords can be about alleviating their, oh my gosh, alleviating their stress by sharing, by getting something off their chest. We have the Chariot on the bottom for their intentions. Determination, willpower, control. And not control in a bad way. Not control in a bad way. But yeah, they want to put in action or put in effort here. They want to take action towards you. They want to come towards you. So let's see what action they're going to take. Those are their intentions. So let's see what action they're going to take towards you. We have Judgment. And we have the World. Completion, triumph, harmony, closing the distance. We have Initiative, Page of Wands. That's inspired action. Taking the initiative to talk to you, to discover if, not discover, taking the initiative to, what was I hearing? Well, taking the initiative to take action, but Page of Wands, again, I keep seeing pages, so now I see why it was saying baby steps. So just, take things slowly. Judgment. Interesting. We have Seven of Wands, and we have the Tower. Awakening. I didn't even see that on that card. So this could come in quite suddenly with the Tower, like very suddenly for actions. The Tower is like sudden. So it could come in quite unexpectedly, this person making the decision to come towards you. And this Seven of Wands says perseverance and vulnerability. So this person, what else? The Seven of Wands, yes, it can talk about boundaries. So this person, I think they want to respect your boundaries. But the Seven of Wands can talk about someone who wants to stand up for what they want. They don't care what anybody else says. And sometimes you see somebody with a wand and everybody's opinions, like, you shouldn't do that. And remember, we had other people's opinions affecting this connection. So for actions, they're kind of freeing themselves from other people's opinions, and they want to persevere here with the Seven of Wands, and they want to be vulnerable with you about what they've been soul searching about. We have Judgment, Epiphany, Calling. And I know that Judgment talks about a renewal and a resurrection and making a renewal in love and making adjustments in love. So again, this person has done a lot of soul searching, just like I think you have done a lot of soul searching. What's underneath that? It looks like they're coming in with empathy. So I want to see what the future of this connection is. Now that I have all that, let's look at the future of this connection. What's coming in this connection? I mean, I can already see, but what's coming? What's coming? Divine faith. Divine faith. Openness. Openness. You both being open and honest with each other. Three of Buttons, collaboration. Again, baby steps. I feel like it'll be slow progress. We also have the Nine of Wands, which the Nine of Wands is you're wounded and weary from battle, but you persevere with hope and determination. So it feels like both of you want this. It feels like this happens after you've both done some soul searching and some self-improvement. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is love that's not easy, but it creates or instigates or inspires self-improvement. Let's get two more for future of this connection. Wow. Wow. We have the Nine of Cups. Wish come true. Gratitude. Contentment. Beautiful. The Peacock. Renewal. April could be symbolic. Sorry. April could be very symbolic because that's the only animal I heard something about the animals of your birth month, and of course I only listened to mine, and I always meant to go back and listen to the other ones, but I didn't. And I know that the peacock is about April, and it can symbolize renewal. It's also like the two of you kind of being in the highest form, like your highest selves. Anyway, beautiful. What else do we have? We have the Six of Buttons, equal give and take. See? Generosity, sharing, charity, equal give and take, working together. Beautiful. We also have the Ten of Wands, which is actually really nice in this deck because it's the theme of this card in this deck is accomplishment. And the Ten of Wands can be a sign that you're at the end of a difficult period, and there's progress being made, and you're about to see that progress. And we have the Knight of Cups, which can talk about rekindling a connection. And this says proposal. That says proposal. So give it time. Don't rush it. I don't think this proposal is going to come in instantly. Oh my gosh, my kid. My kid just sent me the weirdest message. I can't tell you what it is, but they're going through puberty. That was funny. That was funny. What's your advice? What's your advice? Like just the meaning of that, like discovery. What's your advice? There is progression here, even though if it doesn't feel like it. We have the Two of Wands, so there is progression here. There is, forward movement here. Someone's getting ready to leave their comfort zone. Progression, discovery, planning. Someone who's been holding, like I'm just reading the words, someone who's been hesitating, the reversal, hesitating and holding back from you is about to come forward. We have the Six of Wands. Beautiful. That's success. Remember that card. There will be a successful outcome. And we have the Magician. So remember, your manifestations are coming in very soon. And maybe you were manifesting like a connection that went to marriage right away. And Spirit's saying sometimes our manifestations don't come in the way we thought they would or the form we thought they would. And again, there's something in this about taking things slow. But the Magician. So just be aware of the energy you're putting out is what you're calling in. So just be aware of that. Don't send the universe mixed messages or else they won't know what to get you. All right. Oh, what was that? The Three of Matches. Progress, expansion. So there is going to be progress here. Makes sense because that Two of Wands was there. So I'm just going to get you a few advice cards from that deck. Hang on. So these may have to do with your person. They may have to do with you. But this is the Self-Forgiveness Oracle deck, Love Your Ego edition. So it's about showing love to your ego and healing it, healing that ego. So it'll be interesting to see what this says. So again, this could be you or your person. We have... I wonder if this is your person. I forgive myself for taking from others when I am concerned I may not have enough for a future moment in time. I choose to believe that I am constantly being moved towards what is meant for me, and life's unconditional support is not only unwavering, but also unending. Whoa, I just almost shuffled those backwards. Let's not do that. Cut the deck. We have the Martyr. I forgive myself for feeling as though I need to prove that I am good enough to receive that which I desire. I choose to believe that I am innately worthy and that my worth is not dependent on the way I show up or the extent to which I give to the world. So, not that you can read that. I'll just read them to you. So what does your ego or this person's ego need to hear? What do you need to hear? What do you need to hear? I guess you want to come out. Let's just get a few more. This deck feels like velvet. It's very nice. Anyway. All right. On the bottom, we have the Child. I forgive myself for creating confusion by adjusting my vision to reflect what others want to experience through me. That could be your person. I choose to believe that when I make my vision my own, I invite others to clarify their desire and seek its fulfillment independently. So the ones that came out for you. The Hero. I forgive myself for resisting my need to sit in stillness and process both my past and my present. So there's something here about sitting in like reflection, soul searching. I choose to believe that when I acknowledge my fear of not being able to adequately provide, I enable myself to access and receive support as necessary. Gee, I wonder who that's about, your person. I forgive myself for feeling as though my safety is dependent on another's decision to show up as I think they should. I choose to believe that when I stop waiting for others to give me what I need and claim that responsibility, I discover a strength always available to me. I think that might be you, but take these as they resonate. I forgive myself for avoiding people and situations that may make me uncomfortable. I choose to believe that each time I give myself permission to change my mind and commit to a new way of showing up in the world, I allow myself to be moved to where the possibility of deeper comfort exists. Now I'm hearing a song by Deeps. It's 333. I think it's by Deeps. So if you never call again, just know that I will understand. We were never ever really friends. I fell in love the day we met. Anyway, could be symbolic. I forgive myself for attaching meaning to the experience of aloneness. I choose to believe that it is through accepting solitude and connecting with myself in my own silence that I am able to meet and integrate aspects of my being I have long been resistant to. That's interesting to me for this reading. I forgive myself for mistaking achievement for a measurement of my worth. I choose to believe that although I may find myself drawn towards achievement, my worth is not in any way defined by the extent to which I am capable of attaining my goals. So, hang on. Just as I was getting ready to say goodbye to you, I heard channeled message. So let's see what your person wants to say. We'll just get a couple of these. We have time. I'm afraid it's too late to take action. We have conversation. I want to call you and hear your voice. And we have the Runner. I don't want to run anymore. Sign. I think it's a sign. So conversation. I want to call and hear your voice. All right. Now I'm hearing that song really loudly. So if you never call again, just know that I will understand. Anyway, you should look it up. Still in Love with You by Deeps, I think it's called. I've never channeled that song before. Let's get one. We have Irreplaceable, Confusion, Reflection. Whoa. So there could have been a third party here. There definitely could have been a third party. Third party interference. Doesn't have to be a lover. There were other things that got in the way of this connection. We have soul tie. I always feel connected to you. We have, what are you? You're face down. We have dishonesty. By lying, I ripped us apart. We have confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand. That came out in 3 decks, that uncertainty about the future. Irreplaceable. That's what you are. Anyway, the way you love can never be matched. Shadow side. You made me realize my flaws. Lots of self-reflection. And reflection. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity, and I went on about that. So anyway, I'm going to leave it here, my friends, but I am sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.